Hi, welcome back to Making Sense Conversations, the podcast. My name is Washeken Dwati. Ladies, normal isn't okay. Last week I did an off-the-curve recording called Life and Loss. As I explained, it was a result of something I am going through. And God has always told me He's going to make my messes into message. So there it was. I think out of all the podcasts I've done in this series, that had the most response, showing how we actually crave authentic conversations that deal with issues on a human level. As I've spoken to more women this week who have met socially, some have reached out to me online, it has just hit me how so much of what we go through is normalized. Normal cannot speak in our lives that loudly anymore. Let's not allow it. Some things have just become too normal. For example, less pay, which is often talked about, is normalized for women. And not just in the employment world, but business women know the intense effort that is made by some clients to push down their prices all the time. It's just normal to ask women for discounts on a ridiculous level. It's normal to even ask women to offer freebies. That happens a lot in my line of work, where people even take offense when I put down a quotation. More and more women are becoming breadwinners of their homes. Before this, they were already expected to take up most of the responsibilities in the household, and that we accepted. Now they're the ones in the same 24-hour period who have to bring home the bacon, plus do homework, plus house management, plus buy bread, plus visit parents, etc. There's no rebalancing of duties that happens, even when women take up more responsibilities in the workplace and financially upholding the family. When men are the breadwinners, women just naturally play this role, but not vice versa. Let's not even get started on the guilt some breadwinners are made to feel because they earn more. Finance professionals are at times guilty for normalizing the mindset that it is the man who has the money, not the woman. Many women I've talked to just feel overlooked, or like in my case, which I shared earlier, where the bank just used to call the male signatory on the account the silent signatory, yet it's me obviously calling the shots and running the business. And it was always about amounts above a certain level. Stay-at-home moms. Financial abuse is in many cases normalized, where the woman has to go through emotional hell to get money for basics. Not valuing her contribution is normalized. Years later, after working on building up this family, which enables him to have a career, she still cannot make independent decisions with money and doesn't have 2 cents to rub together. If she wants to go off to the coast just for 2 nights by herself, she can't actually do that, because even after 15 years, she doesn't have that money to rub together. While anytime he wants to go anywhere, he actually gets to go. When roles are reversed and it's it's the women who are the breadwinners, men still have independent access to the money the woman is earning. So that can't be right. Something is wrong there. And coming closer to home, it has just been normalized that women should put up with more. When I talked about loss last time, a lot of you have told me the losses and the pain that you're going through. So the losses and the pain I hear women speak about affects their ability to achieve their own dreams. And then they are normalized to the extent that they don't even have anywhere to take the pain, because nobody is acknowledging the pain. So women are going through emotional abuse. They're dealing with infidelity in relationships. They've dealt with gaslighting to the extent that we even doubt our own realities and abilities. We're dealing with black tax that is at unreasonable levels because of the level of guilt, shame, and unreasonable responsibility women are made to feel. And I know it happens to some men as well. So it's not always a gender thing. It's just not right. And we can't keep normalizing it. And I know there are things that you must be going through that you're like, that's not normal. So I could go on and on about the numerous examples, but I want you to stop believing normal is okay. I want you, as you go on with your days, just start noting what things are normalized. And even you might not catch it because it's so ingrained that you just think it's normal. You're the person at work that when there's a company party, it's just been normalized that you will do the work without any acknowledgement whatsoever. It's just been normalized that at a board meeting, it is women who will pray. I mean, it's fine. We'll pray. There's nothing wrong with that. But why is it always the women who are told to pray? Why is it only the women who are told to do certain things? Why is it only the women assistants who are told to do certain things, but the male assistants are not? So it's all these things that have happened that we've just got to stop normalizing. I said before, God turns my message into message, but I think it is now going to be turned into purpose. And I think why we're doing women and money, yes, there's the empowerment on your money, on your business, and how life comes together with all of that. Of course, that's a huge, huge part of what I consider my calling. But when what happened to me, I've just started realizing this is also the purpose. Normal is not okay. We have to remove the lid on certain things and talk about it. We have to start talking about what women go through when they're breadwinners, what women go through when they're stay-at-home moms, how all the emotional trauma that we are carrying actually does come round and affect our ability to move forward and create wealth. Silence cannot be spoken amongst us anymore. What in your normal doesn't sit right? And I know you may not even have anybody who will tell you otherwise. They'll just be like, that's how it's done. That's how we've always done it. That is what has always happened in this family. That's just what women are expected to do. But somewhere in you, it has never sat right. And I want you to sit with yourself and be very honest with yourself and face it. It is time to face it. It is scary to face it because especially you don't know what to do. You don't know whether people will change. You don't know what impact it will have. Yes, you don't know. It's time to start doing something about it. What I faced was a betrayal of gigantic proportions, where to free myself, I have had to shut the door, turn the lock, and throw away the key for now on a relationship and relationships that I never imagined I would have to go there with. But I have to for me. And I think it was finally about also putting myself first and saying, for me, what do I need to do? There's a normalized approach to deal with these things, and I'm just not going to fit into the normalized approach anymore. This is how I am going to do it, because that behavior that I faced has been normalized a lot. But I'm not going to have it. And I'm asking you don't have to take it. Yeah. I listened to a podcast today where they just said peace is actually expensive, and it really resonated with me. Your experiences, pain, all that is expensive. That's expensive stuff you've paid, and it must be turned into power. It must be turned into acceleration of your own dreams, your own ambitions. So what price are you willing to pay for peace? Your dreams, ambition, that life God has whispered to you is yours. And I think how we start doing it is by using our voice somewhere, speaking out, calling out, changing something, setting boundaries, taking yourself seriously, understanding what it is that you need to do if your God-given purpose comes first in your life. There's a Bible verse, to whom that has more is given. To whom that doesn't have, even what he has will be taken away. And the first time I read it, I used to be so confused about this. I used to find it quite mean and harsh. Then I started understanding it from an abundance and scarcity perspective. If you have an abundance mindset, more will come into your life, because when you have an abundance mindset, you see opportunities, you see things, you see possibilities. So more comes. But if you have a scarcity mindset, you always know things are bad, I'm broke, I can't. So even that 1,000 bob you have, you'll end up spending it on something, and then you'll have 200. So you'll just become more broke because you have a scarcity mindset. So we have to change that. So why normal isn't okay is that it gives you a scarcity mindset about yourself. When you feel devalued at any level, and keep quiet on it, normalize what it is you're supposed to be normalized, and just keep it moving, like we're always told, keep it moving. It doesn't matter. It sits there inside of you, and you will act devalued. You will see devalued opportunities. You will accept less. You will aim for less. You will pass down to your children acceptance of less. And you will pass down generation to generation. You'll think certain things are not for you. So you can't sit there with things that are just not right, but since they've been so normalized that you say, it's okay, I'll bury my pain, I'll keep it moving. No. Normal isn't okay. Let's not speak silence anymore. Thank you very much.